Get these out of the way. They're everywhere. They are everywhere. But once we get them out, we should be good. It's not bad working in the cold like this. If you dress up for it, it's not that bad. Yesterday, I almost went home and quit. I almost went home because it was too cold. But I was sitting in my truck. And I was contemplating. I was like, you know what? Just see how long you can last. See how long you can last. If you're gonna go home, just go ahead and just see how long you can last. And sure enough, I was like, all right, I'm gonna see how long I last. Well, it turns out when you start moving, and everybody knows this, you warm up. And I was so glad I stayed and messed around. See, there's another crossing limb right here. You could tell the injury that happens to the tree when they start crossing each other. You could just tell, like this branch right here, it got a big old injury right here. But I think we're gonna keep this one. It seems like this whole limb is dead, but it's still holding in there because it got another limb right here that's growing pretty healthy. And if I cut this one on, I might interfere with the aesthetics of the tree. Something I'm not interested in. We're gonna go ahead and get this one out. Okay. Coming down. It would be nice to have like a second hand, but right now, I'm still working on it. I'm still working on it. My plan for the future is to get help. So just gotta figure out how to do that. But yeah, kind of what I was talking about. Kind of what I was talking about earlier about trees being fighters. Trees are really, really good at fighting. They're really good at adapting to stress. Like this limb, for instance, right here, it looks like it's dead. Right here, so you can automatically assume that the whole branch is dead. But towards the end, you got a healthy looking limb growing out from over here. So you ask yourself, what the heck is going wrong? But I found out this is a cool little piece of information that I found out. Oh, I think he's a professor. I watch a lot of educational stuff about tree biology and information about trees, and I didn't know this. He said the tree, the cambium growth, it's the thing that grows. It starts at the shoot. So actually, the tree, it starts growing from the outside in. It gets the light. It receives the light from the sun, and then it turns. The leaves photosynthesize the light. They take carbon and it has a reaction with water, and it turns into carbohydrates. But the growth, the new layer starts from the tips all the way down. That's why it flares down. That's why you have a tree thicker at the bottom, and then it reduces its diameter at the tip. But that tip, it's always taking in more food, and it's always growing from the top down. It may not look like, because at the very top, um, it doesn't really look like it's growing from the top. It looks like all the growth is in the bottom, and it is, but it starts growing from the tip all the way down to the bottom. And please forgive me, I can't really say exactly the way the professor said it, but it makes sense. So that's why you have That's why you have a limb like this, a healthy looking tree from the top, and then down here it looks like it's dead. So right here where it's dead, I don't know if you can see it. What's gonna happen is, as the tree grows thick, as the tree grows throughout time, it's gonna seal. It's gonna grow new wood on top of this injury, and it's not gonna look like it's even been there. So that's pretty cool about trees, is how they grow from the outside in and not from the inside out. Because my whole time I thought trees grew from the inside out, but it's actually from the outside in, and it's from the top, not from the bottom. So it's pretty cool, which kind of makes you think about so like if you're spiritual, like me, I'm a Christian. It makes you reflect on how you're supposed to go after God. You're supposed to seek the light. When you're seeking the light, that's when you truly grow. And when you're seeking the light, you're seeking it inside your heart where no one can see, in your spirit. When you're inside you throughout the day, you know, only you know you. Only you know you. When you inside of you, your heart, when it's seeking after God, when it's seeking the good things of God, that's where the true growth begins. That's where your true food is being released. Is whenever you're in your heart and you're seeking after God. That's why in the Bible it's filled with scriptures where it's talking about the secret place, you're seeking God in your secret place, and that's where it's at. It's right there inside you in your heart when you're truly seeking God, right there in your secret place. I'm telling you, that's where the real food comes. Your spiritual food. You get fed. And when I'm talking about being fed, you get fed words, ideas, you get affirmation, confirmation about whatever that's going on in your life. And when you're truly seeking God from within, from your heart, you know, God slowly releases that food, because God made you with components just like the tree, just like what a tree has, the tree has the faculties, the components, the organs, whatever you want to call it, the makeup to make food after it seeks the light, because all plants need the sun, and the sun is just a representation of God. So we have the ability to produce food when we seek the light. And it's not the light of brightness, like it's not a physical light. It's a spiritual light that allows you to open up and see what's been hidden before your eyes this whole time. Yeah, it's cool how you can take a piece of our physical life and just look at it and contemplate it, and it could tell you so much about spiritual things. Because what you see is in the physical, something spiritual is behind it, and it has the properties, spiritual properties that can help you manifest the physical properties. I know I'm getting kind of too much into it, but just thinking about how a tree grows and how a tree lives and how a tree processes everything, it opens up your eyes how we're not that much different when it comes to God, when it comes to our environment, because we, just as trees can adapt, so can we. And I don't know if you remember that scripture, but when Jesus opened the eyes of a blind man, he says, all I see is people walking around like trees, because in reality we are trees. We are trees, and in the word it says that we'll be like trees, growing more than thousands of years old, or something like that. So yeah, kind of cool reflecting on that. But I'm gonna go ahead I'm gonna go ahead and leave you now.